Hey lovely sexy hobby people, welcome to today's video, which is going to be a flick through for issue 431 of Wargames Illustrated. I am massively behind with my flick throughs for Wargames Illustrated. I don't know why I've sort of like struggled to make content for this particular monthly magazine that I collect, mostly for the channel. I do kind of look through it once I've opened it up and done the video and have a good look through it. But just recently, over the last 6 months, I've struggled with motivation to do the videos. So I've actually got a few issues that I need to get through. So I'm going to try and do, on the days that I don't normally post a video, I'm going to try and post up one of these backlog issues. But here we go, Wargames Illustrated 431. Now we get some English Civil War ECW figures, and these are Scots Covenanters, so that's cool. We'll have a look at those in a mo. Let's have a look at the magazine, shall we? Right, here we go. Great space shot. What's that? First Lunar Regiment on there. Cool. Okay. So what we got? So subscription, War Games, observation post, new and forthcoming War Games stuff you need to know about. So this stuff's probably already been released recently, but what do we got? Bolt Action campaign book, campaign case blue. 176 page full colour softback book. Hot on the heels of campaign Tough Gut for Bolt Action comes campaign case blue. Moving from Italy to the Eastern Front with the Axis attempt to seize the Soviet oil fields in the Caucasus. The book starts before case blue itself in December 1941 and takes readers through to July 1943. So there you go. Stargrave, Bold Endeavour. Has anybody played Stargrave? If you have, let me know if you like it and what's good about it in the comments, because I might have a look at Stargrave. So yeah, another book by the look of it. Osprey Games. 96 page full colour softback book from Osprey Publishing. Yeah, so another Stargrave campaign book by the look of it. Osprey Games with Hot Lead and Cold Steel. It's an 80 page full colour softback book written by Arthur van der Steur and intended for large scale American Civil War games. And then Warlord Games Bolt Action French Army Infantry. Okay, so new kit. £35. Hard plastic. How many did you get? One set will build 30 regular infantrymen. So literally, it's only just over £1 per figure. And that's got to be good value, surely. So 30 troops is essentially a platoon, you know. If you go sort of like maybe 8 or 9 man sections, 3 sections in a platoon and a platoon HQ. You know, with a runner, a platoon sergeant, a radio operator, somebody with manning maybe the platoon mortar, that sort of thing. Release radar. Dom Saws here with some eclectic new releases and a selection of pulp suggestions to accompany our theme. So what have we got here? We've got some white metal German motorcycle riders and sidecar riders there. So First Corps have added some nice metal and resin German World War II motorbikes in 28mm scale. Moradav Miniatures are in the process of producing every pillbox known in the British Isles and have recently released 4 more 3D printed variants. Okay, that'd be cool actually. Over on, I can't remember, it's around the Aldershot, Camberley, Farnborough area, on one of the training areas there, on a hill, in a wooded hill, is a standard formation of 3 pillboxes, which is in, and they're in particularly good order over there. And that was something that I sort of like when I was a reservist. We had an exercise over there. We came across those. It was really interesting find. Rose Dice and Iron Duke Highlanders. So these are cool. Rose Dice. So they got the Wars of the Roses have become very popular of late, and Dice of War have got, you guessed it, some dice sets suited to the period. Right. If you like your 19th century Iron Duke miniatures via Empress Miniatures, have released some new 28mm metal figures just for you. So, okay. 16 members of the 74th Highlanders as they would have been equipped in the early 1850s. Cool. And then let's go pulp, cemetery, spaceships, spandex and super weapons. There's a little cemetery board there. Last Sunset Cemetery, it says. And then a rocket silo. And we have, oh, this looks like laser cut architecture, but it's probably not. So these minifigures here are STLs. These are great for 7TV gaming fun. Perfect mix of campiness and sci-fi present. I mean, they're very kind of like 1940s Buck Rogers sort of thing. Speaking of evil geniuses, sorry Carl, that's where Dark Ops comes in with their new MDF weapons platforms, auto gun defense missile. Pulp personalities, vehicles, beasties. So this fella here could be used as a myconid. The myconid looks like a veritable king of the mushrooms and could be an actual death cap. The man-eater plant looks like Seymour's been slacking on the feeding duties. And then we have all these like animals here. Long cookie dice, Bob Mulcher Merch's pulp figures. Another other major source of figures in pulp figures genre, set of interwar years. The range is full of excellent characters in human forms and beyond. The exotic pecs, right, which are these. If you're in the UK, you can get pulp figures via North Star Miniatures, who also stock cobblestone castings, artisan designs, and North Star Steampunk. So yeah. Right, pike and shot for King and Covenant. So this is the English Civil War stuff, which is what we've got the sample sprue here. Quick fire, role-playing, wargaming, and back again. So just readers' letters, basically. Oh, somebody's done a nice sort of like dungeon crawler board, like terrain here. Is that the Dungeons and Lasers stuff? Don't know. Nothing jumps out there quickly. So yeah, readers' letters. And then we have World War III Team Yankee. That's a game I wouldn't mind playing. Having served as a reservist in initially a key point defence battalion, and then moving over to a BAOR, which is British Army of the Rhine Reinforcement Battalion, infantry battalion. Do you know what? I think it would be really, really interesting to play some Team Yankee. I might get into that. I know I keep saying I can't really afford another. I can't. Okay, calm down. I can't really afford another hobby. Well, when I say hobby, I can't really afford another War Games collection. But Team Yankee looks like it could be fun. World of Pulps. Chris Swan, whose new tales of Daring Do are available from Cavalier Books, looks at the gaming possibilities of pulps and mixes in details of his rule sets. That's interesting. So, interesting stuff going on there. Oh, some Scottish infantry, British infantry, Scottish infantry, World War II era. Yeah. Tales of Daring Do, World and Other Worlds Possibilities. Lost Civilizations and Other Worlds, War Against Crime, World at War, Mad Scientists and Creatures from the Shadows. You know, various genres within that particular, or subgenres within that particular genre that you could go for. Touring the Battle. Wow, what's this? So this is an ACW model making masterclass. So American Civil War, for those that don't know. So English Civil War is ECW and ACW is American Civil War. This looks fantastic. I love this, like, river sawmill, lumber mill. That's gorgeous. Nice board. I need a bigger place to live. The Cult of Dracula. Okay, what's this? Claire Bolton explores the darker corners of Castle Dracula in this beastly scenario for 7TV Dracula. So again, we're using, it looks like we're using dungeon tiles to build up the scenery for this. Awesome. Castle Dracula Encounters, roll 2d6. And then victory condition points. A wargame retrospective from pre-World War II onwards by Charles S. Grant. Following the release of a wargaming retrospective, we caught up with the book's author and wargaming royalty, Charles S. Grant, to ask him a few questions about the Partisan Press publication. So this is like an interview on the new release. What's this? Blandings. Churchill and the Death Ray, or D-Ray it says. David Bickley returns to the green fields of Shropshire for some pulp adventures during World War II. Okay, yeah. we got flying rocket men here. Fantastic. So these are the two armies. So this one is the good guys. These are the bad guys, obviously. The Germans with Daleks. Fantastic. Alien visitors who know all about rays. Exterminate, exterminate. That's all it says about it. It says the Daleks. So DHA-LECS. I suppose that's in there because of copyright infringement. Again, really nice board build for this. They've used obviously section tiles by the look of it, but it's a really nice board build. Old West backlot buildings. So, okay. Oh, is that plastic kit? Do you know, that's a really lovely plastic kit. It's either plastic or 3D printed. The plastic kit goes together with very little fuss. Painter come model making maestro Matt Parks applies glue and colour to the new Wild West building by Great Escape Games. That is really nice, actually. A little rail with saddles on. Danger on the Dark Side of the Moon. So this is what looks like the front cover. So it looks like we might have a death ray. And we got British infantry astronauts. Or armour nauts, would they? Soldier nauts. Warrior nauts. essentially all they are is British infantry and gas masks and a respirator pack. But yeah, they're cool. Jupiter's Jungle Jaunt. Royalists in the Gambia, 1652, a campaign. Barry Hilton tells us about a recently completed campaign which saw him take players on an amphibious adventure in the 17th century Africa. Southern Trail, abandoned slaving station, Southern Trail. Okay, cool. It's a nice little board there. Nice little ships. I mean, we've got ships in our D&D campaign, and I haven't put rigging on for the express reason that it's just going to get in the way for placing miniatures all the time. Okay, and cover mount focus. So here are our Scottish Covenanters. And there are some nice minis in here that I saw which look really good. There's just like individual minis. There's a frame gun as well, which is like a multi-barreled cannon. Literally, it's just a box frame with lots of little cannons in front of it. If you've got that going off all at once, that's a shrapnel hellstorm that you don't really want to be charging into. And then obviously some colour call-outs here for your minis. Seafoam trees. Okay, so yeah, putting trees together using seafoam and other bits and pieces. I bought some trees from Fala, the Model Railway Scenics people. And I must admit that they drop an awful lot of the stuff that's been stuck to them. Bedouin and Barons, so Desert Campaign. Steve Tibble, WI's Crusades experts, turns an extraordinary true story into a mini campaign for the Barons War Outramar. So nice Crusaders, Templars. Wow, this is cool. That sinking feeling, I like this. See, I love little vignettes like this, little dioramas. I think they look great. And I love that they, you know, we get this sort of stuff in magazines still. So yeah, really nicely done. Like it. Saxon Wargaming at Sutton Hoo. Award-winning demo gamer and regular WI contributor James Morris tells us about a recent display he presented at England's most famous archaeological site. So there you go, there's the board, just there. Looks like ancients. And then we're into the last couple of pages of adverts before the final page. Right, come down, let's have a look at this plastic, shall we? So here we have, it's Pike and Shot Epic Battles. So what are these? 15, 18 mil? And if you look, obviously we've got our pikemen here, and then we've got our musketeers, I suppose you call them. Don't know what they call them. But also, if you look, these gorgeous little ones in this corner, you've got like 5 skirmishers. And they're lovely poses. They are really gorgeous poses. You know, despite the scale, they are really nice in there. Then we have our officers on horseback. And then we have the guys running the frame gun, which is this. So these two. This guy doesn't want to look as he puts his thing to the his touch rod to the fuse. And is that a little mini bugle there? Like a tiny little bugle. Cool. So yeah, I mean, they are what they are. You don't get any bases, unfortunately, so you know, you'll have to source your own. But these actually look really nice. I like them. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed that. Look at that late review of Wargames Illustrated, and hopefully you'll join me for another. All right, take care. Bye-bye.